Hello students, welcome to lecture number 13 of chemistry online classes of our college. I have given you two questions as a homework in the last class. I hope that you might have solved those questions. As usual, you always do your homework very regularly. So I'll just write the solution so that you can confirm what you have written and what is the exact steps we should follow in this particular question. So the first question was sucrose decompose in acid solution into glucose and fructose according to the first order rate law. Half-life period is 3 hours. So I will write that question number. Yes, we are looking at question number 12 now. That half-life period T half is equal to 3 hours, and then what fraction means we are looking for this molar concentration of reactant after time t and initial molar concentration of the reactant. This we have to calculate, and the time period, the t equals to, we can say it is the 8 hours. So this is the data given in the question. Now we can start the solution by this formula. K equals to 2.303 by T log of, the formula is R0 by R because it is the first order reaction as they said already. Then for this K, we can write this as 0.693 by T half, isn't it? Because for first order reaction, rate constant equals to 0.693 by T half. This is 2.303 by T, and this log of initial molar concentration to the concentration at time T. Now we can substitute the various terms here. 0.693 divided by the T half is 3 hours, 2.303, the time period for which this calculation is to be done is 8 hours, log of this R0 by R. We can take this unknown term at one side, log R0 by R equals 2, and we can write 0.693 by 8 divided by 3 multiplied by 2.303. We have just to rearrange this, and if you simplify this, 0.693 into 8 divided by 3 and again divided by 2.303, it happens to be 0.8024. This is the answer you are getting. You can apply you can use the simple calculator and you may get this answer. This is to be multiplied by this, divided by this, and again it should be divided by this. The term should be divided, then only you will get the correct answer. Then we can say the R0 by R equals to, this is the antilog of this term, 0.8024, and the antilog of this, if you look into the log table, into the antilog columns, 0.80, the 2.80 you have to see in two column, and you have to see in mean difference 4, and you add that mean difference to that 4 digits you are getting, you will get this 4 digits 6345, and as usual you have to look into the number which is before this decimal point, which is 0. Add 1, 0 plus 1, 1. So you can put this decimal point here. So what we have obtained here is the ratio of the R0 by R we have obtained here. But we are looking for R by R0, which is the reciprocal of that. So we can do reciprocal also. We can write this as R divided by R0 equals to 1 by 6.345. Again, this simple calculation we are getting and we get it as 0.15, and if we add here again one digit, it will be 8, like this. So this is the fraction. Fraction means if we start with 1 mole at t equals to 0, what remains is 0.158 if the reaction has this condition in which it is carried out. So you have to remember one important thing in this type of questions, that when they use the word fraction, the R0 has to be considered as 1, and when they use word percentage, this R0 is to be considered as 100. So this simple values we have to use, we have to read the question, because many questions. So in some questions they are talking about fractions, in some questions they are talking about percentage. So we should know, when they use this word fraction, the initial molar concentration should be taken as 1, and when they use word percentage, initial molar concentration should be taken as 100, because percent means 100. So it was as usual question, only thing is that we are calculating fraction here. So this is question number 12. One more question I have given you as the homework. That question also we might have completed. That was relatively simple question, but very frequently such type of questions have been asked in theory as well as in MCQs. The question was, for the first order reaction, show that time required for 99% completion, it's twice, means 2 times the time required for completion of 90% reaction. It means T 99% equals to 2 times of T 90%. That is the kind of equation we should get. Now we can start with this. I will give this number as 13. As they said, it is first order reaction, so we can say K equals to 2.303 by T log of, this is R0 by R. We can write like this, and then we can just rearrange this. T equals to 2.03 by K log of initial molar concentration, the concentration at time T. Now they said one time, they have mentioned that T 99%. For this T 99%, we can say R0 equals to, as they are talking about percentage, we already mentioned here, when we talk about percentage, initial concentration should be equals to 100. And what is the R then? How much reaction is completed? 99% have been completed. So how much concentration remain? We can say it is equal to 1. And when T equals to 90%, because these two time periods they are mentioning questions, so we are referring to that, we can say the R0 equals to, once again, 100, and this R equals to 100 minus 90, that is equals to 10. So we are getting these values. Now we will take that ratio of what? T 99% divided by T 90%. The time can be written as 2.303 by K log, and when R for T 99%, R0 equals to be 100 and R equals to be 1, 2.303 by K, this is 100, and R equals to be 10. We can cancel this, 1 0. So what we are getting, you just see carefully what numbers we are getting here. So T 99% divided by T 90% equals to log of 100 divided by log of 10. Log of 100 we can easily make it out. It is 3-digit number, so it is 2.0000 of course, and this is 2-digit number, so 2 minus 1 1.0000 if you look into the log table. Then we can easily transfer this. T99% is equal to 2 is here multiplied by T90%. So for first order reaction, time required for completion of 99% of reaction is equal to 2 times of time required for 90% completion. Within this just 2-3 steps we can prove this. Only thing is that we have to consider R0 as always 100, and for which time period, for which completion they have asked, R is equal to 100 minus that much reaction would have been completed. That exactly gives us the correct value of concentration of reactant present at time t. So if you know the terms, I think it is not that much difficult to understand this. Now one similar question I will give you as homework. Once bilkul the same questions, what we can say is the question is, show that for first order reaction, the same first order reaction, the T99.9% is approximately, not exactly, approximately 10 times of this T50%. Approximately means it should be 9.99, that much approximately. So approximately means you don't have much liberty to get this answer different. It should be near to 10. So we'll take the ratio of T99.9% divided by T50%. R0 is 100, R equals to 100 minus 99.9.1. R equals to the R0 is 100, R is 100 minus 99.9, 100 minus 99.9, which is equal to 0.1, and this T50% is, once again R0 is 100 and R equals to 100 minus 50, which is 50, and you can follow the same steps. Within 3-4 steps you will get that answer. Now one more question which will solve now together in this class is, show that for first order reaction, T87.5% equals to it is 3 times of T50%. So this is again the similar question, but we'll try to solve this in this class, so that 2 questions we have solved together and one I have given you as homework, like that, so you can solve that question putting yourself. This step will remain as it is. This step will remain as it is. This will also remain as it is. We have just rearranged it. Now they are talking about T87.5% and they are talking about T50%. For that R0 is 100, R0 is 100. It is same. R equals to 100 minus 87.5, which is 12.5, and this is R equals to 100 minus 50, that equals to 50. I think it is okay. I am just changing the values here because already you have solved this question, so I can have that facility here that I can change this number and solve. I can save time. Then it is 87.5% and this is 50%. This again we can cancel log 100 divided by 12.5, and this is log 100 divided by 50, right? So see how I have made some changes in number, and in the same format I am putting that. You have to use the same format. Whatever percentage they asked, you have to use the same format. Then I can change this as 87.5%, and this is T 50%. Now this is 100 by 12.8, which is nothing but 8, and this is 100 by 50, which is 2. So what I am getting here is log 8 divided by log 2. Now no need to see the values of log and substitute. We can do that also, you will get same answer. But we can write this log 8 as log 2 raised to 3, because 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8, and this as log 2. So I'll write one more step here. 80 time for 87.5% completion to the time for 50% completion is equal to, just like log a raised to b, b into log a. So we can write 3 into log 2 divided by this log 2. We can cancel this, and we can say that T 87.5% equals to 3 times of 3 50%. That's what they have asked us to derive for. So this type of questions, they are very simple. One more type of but important, and one more type of important is time for 40% completion is 50 minutes, time for 60% is how much. We have done one question like that. You have to practice that by just considering the different numbers. But all these questions, one by one format, we are looking into, and they are important questions. So we can solve them if we have practice. Otherwise, these questions seems to be very difficult if we do not have practice. Now, one more type of question we are dealing now. Now, these are very important questions. You have to solve them very carefully. They are about the first order reaction in gaseous phase. In theory examination, there is very remote possibility that question will be asked on that. But in entrance examination in previous some years, we have seen such type of questions. So, and they are included in our exercise questions. So there is possibility that question can be asked in the entrance examination. So we should be very carefully solve these questions. Now question number 16 we are solving, and this is again I write textbook exercise, and this is 4.20. The question is for the decomposition of azoisopropane to hexane and nitrogen at 543 K following data are obtained. T in seconds and P is in millimeter of mercury, one of the unit of pressure. At 0 second it is 35. At 360 seconds, one more observation, it is 54. And at 720 seconds it is 63. calculate rate constant. Calculate rate constant. So this is the question before us. For the decomposition of azoisopropane to hexane and nitrogen decomposition reaction, azoisopropane is an organic compound and it gives hexane and nitrogen at 553 K. The following data they have obtained experimentally, and they are asking now what is the rate constant of that particular reaction. Now we can look at this word azo, iso and propane. Even though if we don't know structure, that doesn't matter. This is azo means 2 nitrogen compound, colored compound these are, and iso means this methyl group, and propane means there are 2 similar group, and propane means this 3 carbon here and 3 carbon here. Like if you don't know formula, it doesn't matter. And then hexane is C6H14 and then nitrogen. If you do not know formula, write like this: azoisopropane gives hexane and nitrogen, like that. You can write this equation also. That doesn't matter. That if you don't know the formula of various species, that's not required in chemical kinetics. Now we can say T equals to 0. This pressure we call it as PI, initial pressure. Initially there is no presence of hexane and nitrogen, so you can write this as 0, 0. One more data before us is of 360 seconds. When the reaction proceeds up to 360 seconds, the product also starts appearing. Let their pressure is X millimeter of mercury. For us it doesn't matter whether it is in atmospheric pressure or Pascal. We have to follow the same procedure. This is also X, 1 mole, 1 mole, so X, X, and this will be also, this is also 1 mole, so this will become Pi minus X. Now when the time was 0 second, they have given some value of pressure. That value we can say that value must be of pressure of azoisopropane, and that's why Pi must be equal to 35 millimeter of mercury. Now what is the rate constant here? K equals to 2.303 by T log of initial pressure to the pressure after time T, Pi minus X. Now this T we know that it is 360 seconds. Pi is given 35 millimeter of mercury. This is again 35, but we don't know X. X is to be calculated. How X is to be calculated? You can recall the derivation which we have done for gaseous phase reaction. We have one more term PT, pressure of gaseous system at time T. That includes pressure of azoisopropane plus pressure of hexane plus pressure of nitrogen. So I'll drop this part now because I need some space here. I will say PT equals to this is Pi minus X. It is pressure due to azoisopropane, pressure due to hexane, pressure due to nitrogen, and the pressure at 360 seconds. I just wrote this, I don't know that value what I have written here, that equals to, yes, it is 54, right, it is 54. They have given that 360 seconds, 54. Now this I will cancel here and I can write Pi plus X is equal to 54, and that's why X equals to 54 minus Pi, 54 minus Pi value, we know that 35, and that is equal to 19. 35 plus 19 is 54, so it is 19. So we got the value of x. Now everything is clear. Once we know P minus x, we can substitute and calculate k. It is as simple as that. So what is the Pi minus x? I will write this as m of mercury. I will make this arrow so that you should not confuse from which step we have to write which step, or just I will continue with this one. Pi minus x equals to, Pi is equal to, already we have written it is 35 minus 19, and that equals to 16 millimeter of mercury. So everything is clear now. Now we can say at 360 seconds k equals to 2.03. Time is 360 because that's what we have mentioned it. We are using that, this rate constant for time t equals to 360 seconds. Pi is 35 and P minus x is 16. So we can say k equals to 2.03 by 360, and then I will write here as log of 35 minus log of 16. It is not in straight line, but you can understand, because again if I write this you will not get clear idea. So it is 2.303 by 360. I have these values of log 35 and log 16 here. 35 is 2-digit numbers, 1.3500, that happens to be 5441, and log 16 2-digit number, 1, 2 minus 1, 1, and 16 is 2041, and this becomes equals to 2.303 divided by 360 multiplied by, if we go for this subtraction, it is 0.34, and if I simplify this, I will get 0.00217, and I can write this as 2.17 multiplied by 123 minus 3. And what unit I should write? It should be per second for this first order reaction. No need of mention of millimeter of mercury. You can recall when we were learning the units of rate constant by substituting that atm raised to 1 minus n per second. If it is first order reaction, n equals to 1, atm raised to 0, and only per second, I could have written on the board only per second, but I have written atm. If we were before me at that time, we would have corrected, but I have written atm only, but it should be per second. I think you understood that particular mistake I have done while writing, but it should be per second, right? 2.17 into 10 raised to minus 3 per second. No mention of pressure when it is first order reaction. Now one more data they have given for 720 seconds. How we can use this? Again we can say that at 720 seconds, the same is true here. Pi is also 35. It doesn't changes the value of Pi. If reaction proceeds, the initial concentration is same from which we have started, which is 35 millimeter of mercury. Now thing is that we have to calculate this Pt and then this x value for the time period for 720 seconds. You can pause this video and write this, because once again I am changing values here only, so that you will know pattern. That is the only intention I have. So Pt is equal to same Pi minus x plus x plus x, but this is no more 54 now. At 720 seconds it is 63. It is 63. So I will write here as 63. This we are talking about when time is 720 seconds. Then this is 63 minus pi. Then this is 63 minus 35. So when it is 63 minus 35, it happens to be 28. 28. So x has been changed because reaction has proceeded further from 360 second to 720 second. Now at 720 second, this is 2.03. This time is 720 second. This initial pressure, there is no need of change to that, but pi minus x we have 28, so 35 minus 28, I write here as 7. This one part we have completed. And for 720 second, pi is 35. But what is pi minus x at 720 second? This is 7. So I write this as 5. And I'll just transfer here. K equals to 2.03 by 720 log of 5. 2.03 720 log 5 is 6990, and that happens to be that if we solve this completely, it is 0.00223, and that's why it is 2.23 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3 per second. So this is the K at 720 second. The previous K was 2.17. They are nearly same. In experiment that much error will be there. But if you want to have one value of rate constant K, what we should do here is that K equals to, we can say K at 360 second plus K at 720 second divided by 2. Average we have to take because two values we are getting here. The question is like that because they give data for first 360 second and then 720 seconds. So we are forced to calculate two rate constant, and if we have to represent only one, we have to take average of that. The initially it was 2.17, the first one when it was 360 second into 10 raised to minus 3, and now it is 2.23 into 10 raised to minus 3, and it should be divided by 2, and we can write that it is equal to 2.17, 2.23 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 2, so it is 4.4 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 2, and we can write this as 2.2 into 10 raised to minus 3, and the unit is per second. So this is the rate constant we have obtained. Quite lengthy question, but important is how to arrive value of Pi, initial pressure, and the pressure after time t and time t. This is very important. This needs some practice. That's why we are taking this question. So this was the question regarding the gases phase reaction, first question. Now we'll do one more question in this series. I hope that you are understanding that. If it is difficult, you can clarify it. Now the next question which we are looking for is also from NCERT textbook. It is question number textbook exercise, and next question only I think it is 21, and now we have question number 17 in our series. The following data were obtained. The following data were obtained during first order having first order reaction, first order thermal decomposition, first order thermal decomposition of this thionyl chloride at constant volume, SO2Cl2 in gaseous state. On decomposition it gives sulfur dioxide as well as chlorine. They have given this data, experiment, time in seconds and total pressure in atm. Experiment number 1 and experiment number 2. The time is 0 and 100 seconds, and this is 0.5 and this is 0.6, and they said calculate rate of reaction. I'll write short now. Rate of reaction when total pressure is 0.65 atm. Total pressure is 0.65 atm. This is the question before us. Now what they asked? They asked the rate of reaction. Now first we'll rewrite this equation. SO2Cl2, it gives SO2 in gaseous state, Cl2 in gaseous state, and this also in gaseous state. And we say T is equal to 0 second, it is initial pressure is PR. This is 0 and this is 0 in atm. And when time is equal to 100 seconds, SO2 and chlorine starts appearing. So their pressure is x atm, and this is Pi minus x atm. Why only one x? Because there is only 1 mole of SO2. Why only x? 1 mole of SO2. Why only 1 x? Because 1 mole of chlorine. Now at time equals to 0 second, Pi value is before us, that is equal to 0.5 atm. And how to calculate x? We know that Pt is equal to P minus x plus x plus x, like that the regular procedure we follow. But what they have asked here, rate of reaction R equals to K, and this pressure of SO2 Cl2, this is reactant, and this K, and at when total pressure is 0.65 atm means Pi minus x. They have asked what remains, what pressure remains at when total pressure is 0.65 atm, that we have to substitute here. Now we neither know K here nor we know x. We have to calculate that. How to calculate that? First we will calculate the K here. K equals to 2.03 by T log of Pi divided by Pi minus x. 2.303, this is 100 second, log of Pi value is given 0.5 and Pi minus x is 0.5 minus x. Now how to calculate x? We know that Pt is equal to Pi minus x plus x plus x. So it is Pi plus x. What is the Pt, total pressure after 100 seconds, which is 0.6 here. So x is equal to 0.6 minus Pi. 0.6, the pressure, initial pressure is 0.5. So this is equal to 0.1 atm. So what is 0.5 minus x then? 0.5 minus x is equal to 0.5 minus 0.1, that is equal to 0.4. We can substitute that here. 2.303 by 100 log of 0.5 divided by 0.5 minus x, already we have calculated this, so this is 5 by 4. So it is 2.303 by 100 log of 5 minus log of 4. 2.303 by 100, 0.6990, 0.6021, and then yes, I will rub this part because it is required. Now this calculation I can simplify here. Log 5 value and log 4 value I have written here correctly. So k equals to 2.303 100 multiplied by this subtraction, and write here, that equals to 0.096 0969, right? So this k equals to 0.00223, and that equals to 2.23 into 10 raised to minus 3, and that is per second. As usual, we have to just crank the value of pi and this x. Pi will be given in question. X we have to calculate. X can be calculated by using this equation. Pt is equal to pi minus x plus x plus x. Of course, this equation changes according to the reaction we are looking into. But you are understanding how to proceed this. But this question is only half done now. Now I have to go ahead and we have to say that Pt, again we are looking into Pt, pi minus x plus x plus x. This Pt we are substituting now 0.65 because they asked question regarding the total pressure is equal to 0.65. That equals to pi plus x. So x equals to 0.65 minus pi, 0.65. Pi value is already known to us, 0.50. That is equal to 0.15. That is in ATA. So what is the pi minus x now? 0.35 minus 0.15. Pi is 0.50 minus 0.15, and that equals to, yes, 0.35. Now we are in position to calculate this. We have to substitute this. R equals to K, and this pressure Pi minus x equals to K value we have calculated 2.23 into 10 raised to minus 3. Pi minus x we have calculated 0.35. We should use this Pi minus x. We should not use this Pi minus x here, which we have obtained here, Pi minus x, 0.4. Because this 0.4 when total pressure is 0.6. They said calculate the rate when total pressure is 0.65. So I have written here 0.65. According to question I have written. So we have one Pi minus x when the total pressure is 0.6. Using that we have calculated the rate constant, which remains same for a reaction. And we have one more value of total pressure, 0.65. Using that I have calculated Pi minus x, which I am substituting here now, which is equals to 7.805 minus 4, and I will write unit now, atm per second, because it's rate of reaction. This rate of reaction. So you need to solve this question 1-2 times, then only you will have correct idea about how to proceed. So practice is needed, of course, in every question. So we'll take one more last question. That is again related to same thing, and it has been asked previously in KCET examination, so that you have fair idea, because these two questions are from textbook exercise I have taken. Now this question is exactly the question asked in our KCET examination, so you will have a fair idea about what type of questions are expected from this. See this question also. The following data is obtained. I will write this question number 18 now. The following data is obtained for first order thermal decomposition. First order thermal decomposition of 2A, here 2 stoichiometric coefficient, 2A gives 1 mole of B and C in solid state. So this is new situation for us. At constant volume and constant temperature. They are given data here. Serial number, time, and total pressure. The total pressure is in Pascal. This is 1, this is 2. The time is at end of 10 minutes. And another time period they have selected after completion. This is 300. This is 200. And calculate rate constant in per minute. This is the question before us. Now we should very carefully proceed in this question, because this is the exact type of questions we may come across in the examination. So first we write the reaction. 2A in gaseous state, it gives B in gaseous state and C in solid state. We write T is equal to 0 minute. They have used minute. We write this as Pi. This 0 pressure, and there is no pressure applicable for carbon here, remember, because carbon in solid state. Solid is a physical state which does not exert pressure on the walls of container, because it has very strong intermolecular force of attraction. So no pressure is created by C here, because it is in solid state. They have given in the question, it is in the solid state. Pressure of B will be created but not initial. Then we will say that at T equals to 10 minutes, again pressure of C, there is no pressure of C here. This is X, and this I will write now, Pi minus 2X I will write, 2X, because this is 2. Yes, this is the different situation we are looking into. After completion, 100% when reaction completed, pressure of A is 0. There is no question of pressure of C being in solid state. Now what is B? The B is formed only because of A, and there is only 1 mole of B and 2 mole of A. So pressure of B is Pi minus 2. Try to understand this. This is the pressure of A, and A has completely converted to B. But how many moles of B have? 1. How many moles of A have 2. So the B has pressure half of the pressure of A, simply because its stoichiometric coefficient is half of the stoichiometric coefficient of A. A it is 2 and B it is 1. Now PI value is given. Yes, PI value is given. How much is PI? PI is nothing but initial. No, PI value is not given. But after completion means this value they have given. So we can say PI by 2, because after completion there is no contribution of A and there is no contribution of C. So whatever pressure is created after completion is only because of B, and that is PI by 2 is equal to 200, and that's why PI is equal to 2 into 200, and that's why PI is equal to 400. Now we can look into our rate constant formula. 2.03 by T log of initial pressure and initial pressure minus 2x, this term. PI we know, but we don't know the x. We can calculate this because pressure at the end of 10 minutes is given to us. Pressure at the end of 10 minutes is because of A and B. So we can write this as PT equals to PI minus 2x plus x, and that equals to 300. So PI minus x is equal to 300. So x is equal to PI minus 300, 400 minus 300, which is 100. Now I'll write next part here. Calculation part will be easier once you crack the methodology. Calculation will be always easier. Now we want PI minus 2x. PI minus 2x. The PI is 400 and minus 2x is 2 into 100. 400 minus 200, 200. But in whatever the unit they said, I just roughed that whether that unit is ATM. Yes, that unit is Pascal, right? So it was in Pascal. That doesn't matter for us. It doesn't matter whether it is Pascal, ATM, bar, or millimeter of mercury. So it is Pascal. So now we can use this equation. K equals to 2.03. Time is 10 minutes. Log initial pressure PI is 400 and pressure after time t PI minus 2x is equal to 200. This is log 2, so it is 2.303 by 10 into log 2. Log 2 is 0.3010. We came across this situation in derivation of half-life period of first order reaction. So it is 0.693 by 10, and that equals to 0.0693 is the answer, and time is in minute, so you can write this as per minute, right, like this. So see how we have changed these situations and how we are arrived at this correct answer. This is very much needed. One last question I will give as homework, and today's class will complete. But if you are not understanding this question, again I am asking you that you should make this concept clear. Now this is question number 19, and this is last question and homework question. Remember, if you solve this question, it is very good. It means you are understanding this concept. Again, this question has been asked in KCET examination. A in gaseous state, but it can be asked in NEET also, because these are very standard questions. KCET is also standard examination, by the way. P in gaseous state, Q in gaseous state, and R also in gaseous state. Followed first order kinetics, followed first order kinetics with a half life of 69.3 per second at 500 degrees Celsius, starting from gas A enclosed in a container at 500 degree Celsius, at 500 degrees Celsius, only A is present initially at 500 degrees Celsius, and at a pressure of 0.4 atm. Initial pressure means pressure due to A only. They are giving Pi here. What will be pressure of system after 230 seconds? Means they are asking PT. PT equals to how much? So you can solve this as homework. I'll just write the answer here so that if you solve, you will have confirmation about this answer. The answer is 1.12 atm. This total pressure at 230 seconds we have to calculate. So you follow the procedure. Once again solve these questions. Again I am saying that the numericals also has to be repeated once with me, then you can just look into question and solve. Then only this part will be more clear to you. So I expect that you should solve this question. Let's see how many students get it correct. I have written the answer here. 1.12 atm will be the answer if you solve this correctly. So thank you for watching this video.